All right, I am here for another success call. I'm here with Carwana Dyson of She's Got Goals. She is the creator of the $1 Trillion Secret to Government Contracting, and she has some awesome results to share and some success. So I wanted to get her on a call and chat about that. So thank you, Carwana. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
excited to
so
be here.
I'd love to, before we get into like some of
Mhm.
the results, I would love for you to just take a second and talk about what it is you do for your clients, because your clients have been able to get like thousands and thousands of dollars of set asides from the
Yeah.
government. So what is it that you help them do?
So I work with women and minority small business owners who provide professional services, and what I help them do is to learn how to get sustainable, consistent income by landing multiple contracts with government agencies, and then this is providing the services that they already provide anyway. And these are like contracts that are specifically already set aside for women and minority small business owners. So instead of chasing customers, you have large clients that pay you, 70K contracts for your services. And so this is a really great way to scale a small business. And so that's what I teach. I teach them the how to.
And the interesting thing is that when we first started working together, it was just a couple of months ago in the summer. You actually first came into the summer program that I have, which is the Automated Sales Incubator. And we kind of started putting together some of your sales pages so you could make sales of like the lower ticket item and then introduce people to your higher ticket item. So I've talked about you in the You've Got Clients webinar before, because you're also a student of You've Got Clients, and how when you first came, like when we first met, you were like, I've spent so much money and like something's not clicking. So can you tell us kind of like what that was like what you were feeling in that moment where you were spending all this money and things just weren't working?
Yeah. So it's like, because I believe in like investing in myself so that I can grow. And I know that even as a coach myself, like I need a coach. I need to know how to get to that next level. And so I've spent thousands of dollars on like, big ticket coaching programs. And it's like the information is so, you can have so much information that it just doesn't make sense. And it was like so unorganized and everything was all over the place. And I'm like, I know I have something really great to offer, but I need like a simple step-by-step strategy. Not all the big words. I don't need all of that stuff. I just need like, what do I need to do? Right. And a plan. Right. And so I was like, I had some results, but it wasn't like consistent results. And I felt like I was all over the place. And so when I started seeing like your ads on Facebook, I was like, okay, I'm gonna circle back. But I remember inboxing you. I think I inboxed and was like, well, not right now, but I'm gonna circle back in a few months, because I really was trying to figure out how to make everything else that I already paid for work.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, let me just go ahead and give it a try, because it was like great content, a no-brainer fee. And so I was like, well, let me just go give it a try, only because like I love the way that you present. And I was like, she's speaking my language. Like I can understand her. I can follow her. And so the first thing I think I got was like the automated sales.
Mm-hmm.
Got into the automated sales incubator, and that was amazing. Like that experience was like awesome, because it was real hands-on, and I'm a hands-on coach myself. So I love the hands-on part, like step by step, give me feedback and I'm gonna go take action, that type of stuff. And so when I saw, that everything that I was learning in that program and in incubator, which I absolutely loved, was working, and like my upsell for the lower ticket item, I was actually, getting sales to cover like my ad spend and all that stuff. I was like, okay, well, what else does she have, So I spent the whole summer just really going on Letitia Styles content, and my whole household was like, what are you listening to? I'm like, I'm learning. Trust me, it's gonna pay off. Yeah.
And so, okay, so then you completed the incubator, and we ended the incubator after the summer. And I think I'll probably end up bringing it back around next summer, because I did really enjoy it as
That
well.
was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then after that, you were like, okay, well, now I've got the upsell funnel. I'm covering my ad spend. Now, how do I start getting people into my, my group program?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was like, okay, you've got clients. Like that's your next step.
Yeah.
So you took that step, you enrolled in You've Got Clients, and you started out with just kind of that first part, which was the content blitz.
Yeah.
And that turned into 10K in the first 10 days of October, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about that process and how you kind of dove in, and what was it that you did to kind of like make those first couple sales?
That was a really crazy experience for me, because like I had done launches before, and didn't really know what I was doing. But like this content blitz that I learned in, You've Got Clients was like, it was easy for me. It was a lot easier, even though I still felt like, what do I do? But there was a clear roadmap there. But like I felt like, especially with the 3-part trigger, like that was what did it for me. Like it drew in so many people that wanted to, enroll and find out what's next and all this stuff. And so now I kind of like learned how to, write in my own voice, and I understand like who my client is and like what their pain points are. And so between both of the classes, I just learned a lot about testing and, doing the research to find out, how to write your copy in like their words and everything like that. And so, yeah, in like the first 10 days, it was 10K. And then like that night, it was one more person that joined. So it went up to 11K. And that was amazing. I mean, cause I've had a $3,000, I've had a $5,000 launch or whatever before, but like this was the largest launch that I've done. And it really didn't take me a whole lot of time to get there. It's just like, once I did the steps that you taught in the program, I got the results, and then like amazing results. Like, and then I sold like 2 of them. I went through the Messenger part, how to sell through Messenger. And I think it was like 2 or 3 people that I sold in Messenger. I never had to pick up the phone, which I don't even like talking to people on the phone anyway. Like, so I never had to pick up the phone. And so I just stuck to the script, and it actually works. And it's still, that's still working. I'm still converting people like through Messenger. And like, I wasn't even going to do a whole nother program until, next year, but I got such a, overwhelming response from people that want to take the class. So I'm doing another one that starts tomorrow. And so I have like more people enrolled already, especially after, doing the webinar part. Yeah. So this was just the launch part of writing a copy. And then like the anti-webinar thing, that opened up a lot of doors. So now I have that on like ads.
And the reason like I have such a big smile, because I love watching you, like you just dive right in, and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this. Okay. She said, do this. All right, I'm going to do this. And you just do it.
Yeah.
That's what I try to tell my clients. I'm like, just do it. If you do it, it works.
Yeah, that's true.
So you did you hosted your anti-webinar. And I know you posted in the group about some of the stats and everything, but what was that like as far as getting people to reach out to you and talk to you about the program after you hosted the anti-webinar?
Well, the first time I put the webinar together, I wasn't really confident about it. And I just felt like it was a flop because it wasn't live. So it was just me. And I feel weird, like doing a webinar with just me. And so the second time I did it live. So I did it as a live training, recorded it. And I was really shocked that people were just signing up. And this is a $2,000 course. But I mean, I did offer like 50% off because of the holidays and everything like that. But still, people were signing up and without even getting on the phone with me, like right after the webinar. So I was like, oh, this is the one. And so that's the one I put on automation. Cool. So yeah, so I think I have like about 5 people enrolled.
Nice.
Yep.
So, okay. So you did your first launch, you did that live, you kind of like, you did the content blitz. That's like all the work. That's like the upfront effort.
Yeah.
Then you got those results. You were able to do your webinar. You got people that are signing up for like the course-based version at that special price. And now you're automating it. So now you're in that next step, which is now we got to get, which you actually already know how to pay for your ads, but now we just got to get that funnel working to bring everybody in automatically.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm so excited. I'm excited for you. Is there anything that you would say to someone who is maybe thinking about You've Got Clients, but maybe they're on the fence? Like what was it that was most impactful for you that you feel like would be most impactful for them?
I think what was most impactful for me was just like the step-by-step guidance. And then like your accessibility, you know, I mean, cause I've taken a lot of, like I said, I've taken a lot of programs and courses and stuff, but it's like, you're in a big crowd, you know, but it's real personalized, like through You've Got Clients and like all the other trainings that you have, because you make yourself accessible to answer questions. And then all you have to do is really take action. So it's just like, you know, if you follow the steps, you will get the results. And like, these are amazing results. And I'm still like, you know, surprised at the results, because I did my, you know, my content blitz again, leading up to the live webinar. And of course, people got in. And so I'm really excited to see like what 2020 is going to be like, because I feel like I've learned a lot. I finally got this thing right. Like, it took me a few years to get it right. And I finally feel like I understand how everything works. And so, I mean, I would tell anybody, like, You've Got Clients, like if you're looking for something that actually works and something that's not so over your head that it teaches you step by step, then definitely You've Got Clients. And like all of the content, like I think I've been through like all of your programs already, and I'm still waiting to see like what's next, you know? So, yeah, so it absolutely works. It does.
Awesome. Good stuff, Karana. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time. If any of you guys want to connect with her or learn more about her programs, I'm going to leave the link in the description below this video, but you can also go to shesgotgoals.com. Yep, shesgotgoals.com. And so I look forward to your continued success. I can't wait to see what 2020 and the rest of, you know, everything has for you as well. And yeah, I'm so excited to be able to say that you've got clients.
Thank you.
All right.